Hi everyone, this is Laurel with Guided by Love, and I'm here for you every day. And I'm so grateful to be back here, feeling so much better after some ascension doodah. Feeling great. Have a little in my throat yet, but it's almost all the way out. Yay! So before I turned on the radio, or before I turned on the video, I'm sorry, the radio, that must be a sign you are maybe going to get, or you're going to hear messages from your person through the radio today. Right before I turned on the video, this is so funny. So that I said radio, but right before I turned on the video, this song came into my head from Spirit, and it's Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol. I'll try to link it in the post, in the community post on my channel, but it's I don't quite know how to feel or how to say how I feel. Those three words are said too much or not enough. If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lay with me and just forget the world? Forget what we were taught before we get too old. Show me a garden that's bursting into life. So your person is really wanting to come into that oneness time with you, be in that oneness energy with you. They want to come back together with you and experience that oneness of how time just stood still. And, there was no one else in the room but you and that person. And time just stood still, and it was a soul recognition. And they want that. They want to tell you how they feel. They want to get the words just right. And then they think about how those words are said too much or not enough. And they think, I really want to do this right. I really want to say what I feel, but they're just struggling with what those words should be. They're figuring it out. They're processing and figuring that out, but they want to just lay with you. They want to be with you in that time, standing still, oneness of, and be together. And they want to do this before you get too old. Time doesn't matter here. Time is an illusion, but they want to do it, and they want to feel that feeling of, just the joy of being with you, and just like a garden bursting, and what they're talking about is just this expansion of your love when you come together. So isn't that a beautiful, I'm just like blown away. That was given to me right before I turned on the video. So they're really wanting that, and they're really, just wanting to be next to you, wanting to be with you. Okay, so I have the Psychic Tarot of the Heart for main messages for the journey, and then I have the Roots and Wings deck, which is a beautiful little deck. We'll get a message from your person and maybe what you want to say to your person. So let's see, what do we have for the general messages for this love read? I have the deck upside down. Okay. I like to shuffle it the right side up so I don't read reversals, but any other messages? Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, and then at the bottom of the deck, well, let's see if we got any other cards that want to come out. There's this one right here. Okay. Oh, there's one more. Wow. So at the bottom of the deck, we have Seek. So you're being guided to go within today, even, go outside. I know it's a beautiful day here. The past 2 days have been a beautiful day in the Midwest, at least here in the Midwest, in Somerset and Wisconsin. It's been a beautiful day. And this is a 9, which is the ending of a cycle. And you see, where you and your person are ending a cycle, and there's these beautiful bluebirds, which are messengers of God, and they're bringing in this happiness, this joy, this excitement, um, into the realization for each of you that you're coming back together. You're coming, back together, that there's, you may be connecting on the higher realm too, but there's this excitement building, there's this passion building, and it's creating this healing energy between you, and you know wanting to be released, but there's seeking within to bring that energy, that healing, and that balancing within yourself is going to help your connection. But I see this as a almost like a heart too. I always say thank you God for the hearts, and you always see more throughout the day. But this is, I see this also as a completion for each of you. So let's see what else we got here in our little midst of cards. And we have the base chakra. So this is a number 1. This is new beginnings. This is, that sense of balance, that sense of groundedness, that sense of stability, security, groundedness to the earth, being, really rooted and grounded to the earth. I'm also seeing the letter M, and I'm seeing the letter V. So those may be significant for some of you. The V also stands out, so it could be meaning a victory where you are, receiving a lot of stability in your life, security, safety. You're feeling a lot, and it's a victory for you. And I'm also seeing the inverted triangle, which is a sign of the divine feminine. So lots of power in this card of the divine feminine, helping with the groundedness in your connection. So this is really positive message. You're both working on this, and it's bringing in new beginnings, and it's bringing in leadership in your own lives to come back together. And then, we have 13, lucky 13. And this is the release card. In the traditional tarot, it's, I believe it's the death card. So this is releasing, we have been purifying and releasing the layers and the purifying of our cells, of our DNA. There's been deep purification going on of our cells and our DNA. And, there's also this releasing of the outer layers of, that we've wore for a lot of years. And so, this is being released with this full moon energy today, and, probably for the next day or two, as long as those energies are around, this is being released, and, releasing it. He's just peeling it off and feeling, and it's being replaced. All the light is coming in. So this is, I see so much enlightenment in this as the layers peel back, and it's peeling back around the heart chakra. You notice that in the personal power. So this is really going to be a big awakening for a big awakening in your connection, a shift happening in your connection with this happening with the full moon. So lucky 13. Then we have 2. We have 1 and 4, and now we have 2 is find balance. Yeah, so this is taking care of yourself. This is, you can do a cleanse of your chakras to cleanse and balance them. I know you can have the angels do it if you want to listen to something as you're doing a cleansing and a balancing of the chakras. I know Tao Winds on YouTube has they have the cleansing and balancing and activation of the chakras. That is really nice, and that each one is about 15 minutes long for each chakra, so it does a thorough. And you can call the angels in, and ask them to help as you're listening, but it really does a thorough cleansing and clearing. And this is a 2, so it's showing, I'm seeing the wheel in this card, the wheel of fortune, the balancing of things, balancing of karma in this as well. And each of our chakras has this little wheel in it as well. That's why I'm saying clear and cleanse your chakras as well. Yeah, and destiny, finding your balance in destiny. But this is a beautiful sign of positive things coming into your connection. And then we have, oh my gosh, we have, wow, this, I've never had this happen before. We have find your balance, and then we have balance. So, excuse my clearing of my throat. So as you find balance within yourself, as each of you find balance within yourself, it's creating balance in the connection. Wow, I've never had these cards come out together. That is so cool. And we have a 5. So we have 1, 2, 4, and 5. And wow. So yeah, as you clear and cleanse your chakras, come into balance within yourself, you are going to find balance within your connection. Wow, beautiful. And there's the star, the center, and the center connection, the heart center connection, the soul between the two of you. Wow, and I'm burping, so there's going to be release of fear, like I said, with this, in order to find balance, releasing what no longer serves is happening. Then we have teach and another 5. So we have 55 in the cards. This is teach, and you see she is, this is like the Hierophant, not the Hierophant. This is like the High Priestess card. This is, each of you being teachers, and you're going to have unconditional love within you and with you. But, some of you, your purpose is going to be to teach others. And see all these younger people in the audience, and the dog there, the unconditional love, the loyalty, that, if you continue to teach, this is also your person, being with you as you continue moving forward on your path, to your purpose and working in your purpose. But this is teaching younger people, and this is you being, excuse me again, this you being the high priestess, having the wisdom and the higher lessons that you've gone through to be able to do this, and unconditional love within you, and by your side, and loyalty with your person being with you, even if they're not yet with you in the physical. So really beautiful energy. 55, there's a lot of change going on within your connection, and there's going to be change going on within your purpose. Isn't that beautiful? I think it's beautiful. And then the last card we have for this, the overall journey messages, is spread your wings. And I love this because this is a number 2. So we have, we have 22 in the cards. So the universe having your back. This is spread your wings into freedom. This is freedom of making choices for yourself. This is emotional freedom, spiritual freedom, emotional freedom, financial freedom. It's freedom in all areas of your life, but the divine is encouraging you to spread your wings. This is expansion happening within your connection, for you to move forward and you're going to experience this sense of freedom with the spreading of your wings, with this expansion. So, really beautiful message to end with, the journey messages with. Now, let's see what your person wants to say. Let's get a message from your person. What do they want to say? What does your love, what does your special person want to say to you today? What do they want to say to you today? Oh, this is it. Wow. They're saying vision, look to the future with foresight and make wise choices. So they're telling you that they are envisioning a future with you, and they're focused on making wise choices, and they want you to do the same. They know that you're leading them, because this is like a lighthouse beacon leading them. So they're telling you they are following your light and your love, and they're focused on that vision of being with you, of wise choices, wise planning. And, they're sitting up higher because of it, because of your light and your love. And this looks like a compass. So, your light is guiding them just like a compass. And one of the crystals, it was in the one of the crystals of the day said that it contained a magnetic material, like that's in a compass. And this is reminding me of a compass, and it's like their vision, their direction is magnetized. Their heart, I'm feeling my heart right now, is magnetized on you. So, really beautiful message. Now, let's see what you want to say. What is it that you would like to say back to your person? What is it that you would like to say back to your person? Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, we have adventure. Embrace adventure and accept the uncertainties in life. So you're telling them you're ready. You're ready to take that leap of faith. You're ready to get on the adventure road with them. You're ready to accept, the uncertainties in life. You're ready to take that leap of faith. You're not sure right now. You're not sure where it's going to lead, but you're ready to do it. You're ready to take that leap of faith. You're ready. The message is you are ready for this. So you're telling them you're ready. So, wow, I am amazed. This is so great. Yeah, you're ready to accept definitely the uncertainties, acceptance, and that brings in more peace. You're telling them as well that you're focused on bringing in more peace within yourself. But you're definitely ready to take a leap of faith into this connection, into this new chapter. I love you guys all so much. Namaste.